Bam. Yep, that's me. Right there. That's me. How's it going, guys? Yes, as you can tell, I am doing a flavor review for the company called Righteous Awakened Elixirs. Cool logo. That's just pretty slick. If you see my other videos on their flavors, you know that they're a pretty rock solid company. They put a lot of time and effort behind the scenes. It is two reformed smokers out of California that I believe they established in 2012-ish. And they looked at the vaping community as a whole. It wasn't so much, they didn't just jump right on it and be like, okay, let's do this because this is what's cool right now, or let's do this because this is what everybody's buying at the moment. It was more of a watching the trends, watching across the board, what was selling consistently, what was the common questions and issues that people were having about certain flavors, certain types of things like that. And it was that was more of what they went off of, as far as to, let's figure out something that's going to last, that's going to be, something that's going to give vapors something to be able to use long term, and not something that you try out real quick because everybody's trying it, and then within a couple of days, a week, a month, you're over it, you're done with it, and it's never heard from again. I guess you could say it's more of the righteous path to take, and a lot of companies are actually steering that way more now. It's starting to veer a bit more away from what's cool for 5 minutes, and they're switching more to the what's going to benefit you in 5 years type mentality. And it's nice to see. I just wish more and more companies would see it. I mean, realistically, you don't need 19,000 different things that all do the same thing shoved down your throat, in a matter of 4 months just to make money. But that's neither here nor there. So they went off on their own and made their own flavors that are made in lab quality material instruments, in a clean. I don't know why I have such a problem talking right now. It's made in a clean mixing room. They use ingredients that basically are considered top of the line. They could save money and use, I guess you could say, cheaper ones, but there's no reason for it. It is not what they want to be known for, and unfortunately there are some companies out there that do that, and it does affect the taste, it does affect the quality, it does affect basically the name. They don't want to be one of those companies, but they put a lot of testing, a lot of mixing, a lot of Q&A and everything else with it. The quality control is there. I mean, you think, when you're thinking like a high shelf, top quality, you go into a store and you're looking for what you consider the better of what you're looking for of that type, the best of. This, in my opinion, not just for the taste of the flavors, but for what gets put into it, for the amount of time that gets put into it, the passion, the drive, the dedication, everything, all of that. This is basically one of those companies that you should be thinking of. They have a line called their Indulgence line, and it's basically a spot on dessert flavor line that's basically meant to emulate whatever the flavor profile is supposed to be. My favorite is the strawberry one. Go figure, big surprise. But they are very smooth, they are very enjoyable, they are very right up there for a all-day vape option. Came out with a new flavor. It's called Right Cross, and even the boxing actually looks all cool, like you would see something with just, it says important. But there's the logo, there's the name, there is the name of the flavor. It is Right Cross. It says, welcome to the Righteous Rebellion, and I'll get to that here in a quick second. Ingredients and warning label, and their nicotine, which is a 0, 3, 6, and 9. And mine obviously is a 3. So it's cool that they don't jump all the way up to a 12, but they do offer up to a 9 to accommodate other vapors out there, because it is such a big jump between a 6 and a 12. So offering the 9 is actually kind of really cool, a really cool option. The Righteous Rebellion, all that really is just like I just touched based on about the type of ingredients that they use, and that they don't want to market with really, they don't want to use labeling that would be considered inappropriate for the community. I mean, we all have to be at least 18, in some states 21 or over to vape. That's who the marketing should be towards. You don't want to cut corners with ingredients because it does affect the flavor, it does affect the quality, and eventually will affect your name. So that's the main goal behind the Righteous Rebellion, is that, you know, more and more companies just pay a little better heed to that. So this is the bottle. It's a 60 ml Chubby Gorilla bottle, and it's just really cool that, you know, more and more people are going to these. These bottles are amazing. They're durable as all get out, and, you know, they're just, it's rock solid. So it is tinted plastic on the bottle, and that does help with the steeping so that it doesn't oversteep. It doesn't affect the juice in a bad way. Everything on this sticker label is the same as the box. As you can tell, it's the label, name of the company, name of the flavor, size, nicotine, warning ingredients. They are on now. I will put the link for the webpage. It's righteousawakened.elixir.com. They also are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will also add the direct link to this specific flavor. Now, this is listed as being, what do they put it as? Pineapple, passion fruit, strawberry, kiwi, and orange, and guava. Now, when I think of that, there's a drink that I used to drink as a kid that instantly jumps into my head. So I'm hoping that that's what this emulates. But just like everybody else, vapors are very unique and very specific with their taste palette. So just because I taste something specific out of it doesn't mean that the next person's going to. So that's just neither here nor there. But as you can see, it has got a really big, beefy safety ring on that. And it is a first vape, first review. So there is my wick, which, as always, is my Texas Tough Cotton. It just works really well for me. You know, it's doesn't have a very strong cottony taste right off the bat, which is what I like most about it. So even when it's a first drip on it, I do get more flavor than I do cotton, and in some cases I don't even get the cotton taste out of that. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I like it. I will put the link for that in the comment box. Now that I've rambled on enough and this video is going on long enough, let's actually vape this so we can get to the point of this. So there's the pop, if you haven't heard it, and it is awesome that they come in these little squeezable nozzle tips. It's kind of like your unicorn bottle. It makes it a lot easier to direct it, whether you're using a tank or whether you're dripping, especially when you're dripping, because it definitely helps from not flooding it. But it is nice that that's how the bottle is already pre-set up, and you don't have to automatically feel like you have to go straight from the bottle into a unicorn bottle and then into this bottle and then over into that. So it's definitely a nice little addition that, you know, some people don't think of right away, and then after the fact they're like, oh, you know what would have worked really well is if we would have done this. This way they already went ahead and did it, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. Do a quick pre-burn. And this should work. So it is a 70-30, and if it's like the other flavors, it does have a smoothness to it, so the cloud should be a bit denser for this. Yep. As you can see, solid clouds, even for a 70-30, that's awesome always. Bam! No throat hit, which is really, really cool, actually. I don't really get, I mean, there's a very slight hit to the throat, but it's not a scratchiness. It's basically more when it's, you know, fresh cotton, and you basically get that couple of hits off of it, and then the cotton starts to come through. You get a little tickle in there, but it is different than a throat hit from nicotine. And so, I mean, it definitely is a smooth vape, but that's something that they're becoming really well known for for their flavors just across the board is the smoothness and the enjoyment of the vape itself, not any of the harshness or throat hit. Very, very good. Now, the drink that I was referring to, I don't know how many people actually know it or how many people actually had it. When I was a kid, there was a tropical juice drink that I enjoyed very, very much. And it was called, I don't know if I actually can say it, but if I get in trouble for it, I'll take it down. But it was called 5 Alive. I used to love the drink, drank it all the time. Unfortunately, it was only made for a short amount of time, and then it was never to be heard from again, and I have been looking for it for years since then. But for me, that's the drink I automatically think of when I taste this. This has such a nice, crisp, light, tropical blast to it that it's really, really enjoyable. Now, some people, there was a version that I think Hawaiian Punch made. That was kind of similar. There was a golden punch of theirs. They're very similar in taste, but for me, I have a nostalgic hook on that particular drink. But either way, regardless of whichever way you want to say it tastes to you, it is a very, very enjoyable vape. Definitely, like on a warm day, this is definitely something that you'd want to vape to cool off or to have that cooling effect for you. There's no, like I said, there's no throat hit to it. There's no aftertaste that tastes weird. It is just a solidly smooth punch of tropical flavor. The really nice thing that I like about this is that even though I just listed off everything that's supposed to be in it, I don't care, honestly, I don't care if I don't specifically taste each and every single one in the vape. There is such a nice mixture of it going that it literally tastes just like a tropical fruit punch style drink. I mean, if you want to try to sit down and pick out each specific flavor, you're more than welcome to, and if you could, that's awesome. Don't get me wrong. There are some people that want to make sure they taste every single thing because that's what they're told is supposed to be in this. But at the end of it, no matter what, it's meant to be a tropical style juice blast, and the fact that it has a very nice tropical blast mix hit to the tongue, it definitely works in that favor for me. So another one that they hit out for me, works really, really well, Right Cross, the new flavor from Righteous Awakened Elixirs. Now, the other thing real quick before I forget is they also offer this in Right Cross Cold, which basically is the exact same flavor, but it has a blast of a cooling element blast, more kind of on the style of like a menthol hit to it, so it gives you a much cooler sensation for people who like that particular style or version of a vape. But either way, either version of the flavor is definitely going to work, especially if you like tropical, if you like a fruitier type vape. Definitely give them a try. RighteousAwakenedElixirs.com, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I will put the link for the website. I'll also put the link for the cotton in the comment box as well. Definitely reach out to them. Righteous Awakened Elixirs, thank you guys so very much. This is a huge honor. I love this flavor. I absolutely love this flavor. It definitely was nice. It kind of definitely brought back some nostalgic memories. Definitely check them out, guys. I appreciate it, no matter what. Sorry, I really don't understand what my issue is right now. But I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the time everybody takes to watch my videos. I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, does not matter what it is. I will do everything in my power to help. All I want is to help vapors find more things about vaping that they enjoy, that makes it, that much more pleasurable for them. So definitely reach out to me. I'll do everything in my power to help you out as best I can. But until next time, no matter what, morning, noon, night, always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good day, guys.